What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Control K. I'm your host, King. Thanks for linking with me. The Philadelphia Eagles just moved to 8-2, and they did it the old school way. In the wind, in the cold, in front of the home crowd, behind a defense that played like a championship machine.
And the Eagles are flying, and you sad, and I love it.
And let's be honest, this was a heavyweight fight from the opening snap. The win at the link was a whole villain.
To 30. What did it look like pregame? Jake Bates. Jake Elliott. Now they made some, but it is...
Passes were sailing, punts were breaking containment like they were returning themselves, and the ball literally would not stay on the tee during kickoffs. You couldn't buy a normal play out there. But even in the chaos, one thing was clear. The Eagles defense came to dominate. Cooper DeJean set the tone early with a clutch interception that put Philly up 3-0 after the first quarter. And from there, the defense turned ferocious. 5 fourth down stops. Dan Campbell came into Philly ready to gamble like it was Vegas, but the Eagles defense shut the table down every single time. 2 of those stops were inside the red zone, including one at the 3-yard line and another off a Lions trick play that fooled exactly 0 people wearing midnight green. Jared Goff was under pressure all night long.
All night long. All night long. All night.
Jordan Davis, a monster. 3 pass deflections himself. Jalen Carter collapsed in the pocket like it owed him money. Nakobe Dean, everywhere at once. Truly the field general the team envisioned. And Jalen Phillips, Nolan Smith, Ojomo, BG off the bench, everybody contributed to the best defensive performance of this season. This wasn't luck. This wasn't fluky. This was domination. And about that offense.
Boy, here we go.
Yeah, it was rough. The wind was a brick wall, the timing was off, the Lions defense made things difficult, and now we know the injury situation was even more serious. Lane Johnson is out 4 to 6 weeks with a Lisfranc sprain. That's a major loss. We're talking about the best offensive lineman in football, the heartbeat of the unit, the definition of stability. Fred Johnson is solid and can manage while Lane heals, but let's not pretend losing a future Hall of Famer doesn't sting. That's a big one. We also lost Cam Jurgens late in the game, which was immediately felt when we failed a few brotherly shoves. So the O-line had to grind through adversity all night. There were uncharacteristic drops from Smitty and Goddard, but with passes getting blown sideways mid-flight, it's understandable. They made a clear effort to get AJ the ball, and he delivered. 7 catches for 49 yards in wild conditions. Saquon was a workhorse. 26 carries, 83 yards, tough, necessary yards in a game where style points did not exist. Jalen Hurts finished 14 of 28 for 135 and punched in a much-needed tush-push TD set up by Saquon bulldozing it to the 1-inch line. The offense didn't shine, but it survived. And sometimes in a game like this, that's the only lane available.
I got shot. But did you die?
Meanwhile, the Lions offense had no answers. Goff went 14 of 37 for 255, the bulk of that coming from one big splash play and some screens. Otherwise, he was suffocated. Detroit ended with 9 points. 9. That's what happens when a defense plays with structure, aggression, and pure violence.
Teach a man how to squabble.
And one more thing, Cam Newton. Before the game, Cam was loud talking about how the Eagles were going to get exposed. How this was the moment the Lions would show Philly wasn't real.
You don't know now team that you ever done seen that's going to give you the issues that you're going to be faced with this week.
But after watching the Eagles defense put Detroit in a chokehold for 4 quarters, suddenly the whole tone changed.
A pass interference to give a potential opportunity to make all his wrongs right in Jared Goff? No, he doesn't get that. And it's disappointing to see that happen.
Now it's the refs. Now it's one late call. Now it's excuses.
I thought you were made of sterner stuff.
Now, Cam, let's be real. The Lions scoring in that final situation was next to 0. They hadn't sustained a single full drive all night. And the same broadcast Cam referenced also highlighted the bad calls that went against the Eagles, including the phantom low block on AJ when he slipped.
Definitely, I think it was a stumble, but maybe I could be wrong. Let's watch Brown. He's going to go in on this cut, and it looks like he stumbles, and that's really what threw him into the low block.
And the false start on the tush push when Detroit was clearly in the neutral zone.
Well, he was trying, yeah. That's exactly what it was.
Get out of the neutral zone. Terry, is that the right call there?
Well, if the defender gets his hand in the neutral zone, the offense can move, and then it would be on the defense.
Interesting.
Right. Yeah, this looks like it is. That last shot, that's a neutral zone infraction.
If we're going to talk about officiating, then we got to talk about all of it. But when a defense puts on a performance like this, the refs didn't define that game. The Eagles did.
Perfectly balanced. This whole thing should be.
Final verdict, this was a gritty, physical NFC win. Ugly on offense, absolutely, but elite defensively. The kind of elite that travels and the kind of elite that survives injuries. And now, Black Friday, the Chicago Bears, the final piece of the NFC North Infinity Gauntlet. We already run the NFC East, but if we beat Chicago and sweep the entire North in one season, then the title becomes official. The Eagles will be the true king in the North.
The king in the north!
Let's finish this. 8-2, baby. We got the Cowboys up next. Let's take care of business the way we know how. Put Dak in that same blender we had Jared Goff in. That's going to be fun. But what did y'all think? Make sure you drop your comments below, hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Go Birds.